of rain catchment systems around my house. Not only the 75-gallon 5-barrel system here that catches the rainwater off the roof of my garage, but I have a 2-barrel 55-gallon drum set up at the corner of my house. And I have a decorative one, which is, I think is like 35-40 gallons on the front of my house, which catches the water from my rain chain system. Filling up watering cans from here, it's certainly doable, and I've done it plenty of times, but it's when you want to do the entire garden and you have to constantly keep coming over, filling up a watering can, go back out, spread the water out, come back, fill it up, go back and forth. I've got a small yard and it's still a lot of work. What I did was I went out and I bought a pump, a transfer pump from Harbor Freight Tools. It allows me to water the entire garden in just a couple of minutes. No running back and forth with it. It's the end of the season now and it's time to empty out all the rain barrels and put them away for the winter. And basically that'll just mean turning them upside down. Empty them out, turn them upside down until the springtime next year. I've already done these here and also the 2-barrel system on the corner of my house, but I still have the one on the front to do. So I thought I'd show you the pump, how it works, and my thoughts on it. Now beforehand, I had actually had this pump from Harbor Freight Tools, and it wasn't bad, but it was battery operated. You have these little clips here, you hook up to a 12-volt battery, and it runs the pump that way. That isn't bad, but having to keep the battery charged, even on a trickle charge and stuff like that, just a pain in the neck, and then setting it up. I mean, I had built a little container here for it so that the protect it from the elements. Had a little roof here to go on top, and it served its purpose, and it still works, and I'll keep it as a backup in the event that I need it. But the plug-in one is certainly much better. Obviously in an off-grid system, or if you have the power goes down, might not be too useful. This might be better for you, but I've got the plug-in one, and that actually serves my needs now, so I'll show you that one. 10th horsepower non-submersible transfer pump. It does 320 gallons per hour at 0-foot lift on it, but it goes up to 42 feet maximum head lift on it, so we don't have to worry about that. But it's got some power behind it. The other one was, I think, 250 maybe at most gallons per hour. Runs about $65. The old model, but it's a Drummond now. It's no longer whatever that one was. Runs about $50, so for $15 more, you're paying for a cord and a little bit more power behind it. It comes with a few accessories in addition to the pump. It's got the hose to hook up to the source. So on the pump here, you can see it tells you the direction the water flows. So you hook up your source hose, well, the other end, to here, and then this goes to the source. So on each of my rain barrel systems, I have a connector that this can fit into. What's nice about this, even though it's a non-submersible, if you do have a flood, say in your basement or something like that, you can use this pump because it comes with this attachment here. So you hook your hose to this end here, and then on the bottom it's got a filter built in, and you can just lay that in the water and it'll suck up the water from your flood into the pump, and then you can pump it out. So it's not a bad system. It's sturdily built. It's got a nice handy little handle on it. So let's hook it up right now. A couple of quick connect fittings here. Hose that came with the pump. I just turned it on there and then open it up, and that'll allow the water to go into the pump to charge it. And I've got the exit hooked up to a regular hose with a nozzle on the other end. I have a extension cord here that I can now use to plug in the pump. So it's a little noisy, but as you can see, it comes out. Once the air gets out of the system. So it turns out that I actually emptied out my front rain barrel, but my 2 rain barrel system here on the corner of my house is still full. So I have these just hooked up with a small length of hose, so they'll fill each other up at a equal rate, and when I drain them out, they'll drain at an equal rate. So what I did was I just put a quick connect fittings on the end here on the spigot, and in that way this can just slide right on there, and then I can open up the water here, and it will prime the pump. So I've got the nozzle off. Okay, the pump should be self-primed there from just the gravity feeding in. And we have a leak. Looks like I need a new one, but I'll turn the hose on. I guess once the air runs itself out, there we go. So you get a nice strong stream. And now with the hose on, it's about 25 feet of hose. If necessary, I can walk around my yard and I can water my flowers during the summer, water my blueberries, my apricots, my volunteer butternut squash down there. And this is my new fig tree. Well, new earlier this year, so it's been growing. The pump does a really good job of pumping out sufficient water at sufficient power, and there shouldn't be a problem emptying out these rain barrels here in short order. I could just open up the spigots and let the water run, but that would be messy on the ground. As you can see, I've got a new load of wood chips that's been coming in because the dog and the chickens have turned the existing wood chips into mud or into dirt, and with all this water it'll just be mud. So let me turn this off and then I can just give some final thoughts on the pump. So for $65, as it says, rugged old metal construction, and it actually feels like it's quality made. It's well worth the price. And I keep saying 12 volt, but it's obviously 120 volt. I just noticed that up here. I remembered I was saying 12 volt all the time. 120 volt plug. So yes, with the way to clean up spills or floods in a basement, that's an added benefit to that. It comes with it. And also with the hose that you hook up to that or to your source, your water source, like for me, to the rain barrels. Okay. Hope you found that somewhat informative, and all right, thanks for watching.